Get up already. You're only delaying the inevitable. Again. I get it, though. I would have laid around too for a while if Azrael wasn't with me. A calm before a storm is nice. Fascinating it actually worked, huh? This is really it? Feels odd, doesn't it? Well then, I doubt you'll need me to hold your hand anymore. Alphys made it so you'd be asleep until they made their verdict. If my guess is right, they're gonna be on their way here to get you now. I wouldn't try anything cute this time. Don't you dare use your sob story to get out of this. Got that? Although, I suppose you never were much of a talker to begin with. Truly one of your only virtues. Frisk asks if they are leaving. Don't be daft. I'm just doing what I always did. Give you advice. Not like I can just yet, anyway. No, I'm probably just stuck to you forever. Or not. All I know is I'm not watching what happens next. This is your judgment, not mine. Learn to face it on your own, Frisk. Thank you. Use my name again and there won't be any receipts next time. They're not sure what they expected. But in hindsight, it should have been obvious.
Hey there. You sure dozed off for a while. You might beat my record one of these days. How you feeling, buddy? Uh, yeah, you're right. Let's put the small talk to the side. I'm the judge after all, so I'll tell you the verdict we came to. First, we needed to find Alphys. We all had a weird signal go through our heads when you reset, so we all met up at the castle to the throne room. Frankly, I wasn't sure what had happened to you both, but the signal was enough reassurance. How's Alphys? Well, obviously gave her the usual shtick. Good old judgment and all that. Had to rub it in that she lost, of course. Like any good winner. Yeah, we're okay. Then, of course, we started the discussion. Alphys, me, Papyrus, Undyne, and Mettaton had varying opinions on it to help the Queen and King judge over the footage. Although, Mettaton was barely paying attention. Due to Alphys's meddling with the implant, she managed for Mettaton to not immediately fall down after the reset. So he was mostly posing for the majority, just glad he could move freely again. Though he is, for obvious reasons, not on speaking terms with Al. He even said that he'd like to take a break from the spotlight on the surface, and spend some time with his cousins. You can't expect everyone to forgive and forget. As for you... Well, it's a unique situation to say the least. First off, taking your soul was voted off immediately by everyone. Now, don't get your hopes up. Undyne and Asgore were close to considering it. But looking at the oldest record, if the amalgamates showed a guaranteed favorable outcome between humans and us. And immediate execution after it would cause more trouble with the humans too. As if they'd believe the tapes anyway. Or at least that's what me and Alphys argued. Asgore was uncomfortable with it anyway, and you bet Tori was already against it. So your soul's off the hook. Now, prison was more realistic. But me and Al noticed a similar issue with that. You see, how are we supposed to explain we got a child locked up as well? So that's not gonna bode well either. Which, by the way, Peps was completely committed to being your personal guard. Even prepared a custom battle body for it before getting to the throne room. So he got a little upset over it, but he's good. Speaking of guard, actually, your little speech I apparently missed got Undyne to finally fess up to Peps about the training. The Royal Guard was gonna be disbanded anyway, but I'm kinda glad he's getting that closure. I expected him to sulk over it, but he took it surprisingly well. Even saying he's discovered his true purpose in being the greatest friend of all, or how he calls it,
The ultimate coach for greatness.
can't deny he sure is good at that. Right, that leads me to your actual punishment. Basically, you're exiled for life. That means no entry, no communication, and no info on any monsters or official monster community areas. Flowey and Elphys will be exiled too, but Undyne will go with her, so that's neat, I guess. Exile companions are exempt from that rule. We can't spend a whole lot of time convincing every monster of what you did and choosing if they forgive you or not, so this is the best we could come up with. So yeah, no ambassador status for you, kid. Toriel will cover that since she's decided to come back as queen. No, not as Asgore's wife, but they can be civil about it. She thinks she needs to stay by her people's side after her shelter experience. In any case, the moment we get to the surface, we'll have to find a van quickly so that the three of us can get out of there ASAP. Well, technically five if we count Flowey and MH, but they're small, so it's not a huge factor. Hold on, Pat made me do a whole list before getting here. Okay, so Tori already handed me a curriculum, so we need books for that. Pep wants a van to tour like those human rock bands, so we'll need to see if we can get a second hand or something like that. And apparently humans need something called an insurance. I'm almost sure we can get the majority of it later. Definitely can wait on whatever a tax declaration is. We'll need to get out before Undyne Tori and Asgore's memories kick in, or the sudden recovery of events could cause some problems. Oh, right, about that. I readjusted the amulets so upon wearing they temporarily get amnesia of all the events, but kicks back in I want to say 7 days? That's so we can get to the surface without any tension in the group. Even Flowey agreed to it, but we'll make sure we go to Asgore together. Fasten the process, so to say. Now the real stressor is Pap's amnesia being shorter, so you'll have to help me holding him back from buying a car that'll bankrupt us within seconds. My bad. I must have forgotten something. You didn't think you could escape Pep's betterment program like that, right? I guess I gotta spell it out. In short, you're coming with us, bucko. Wow, you really can't hide emotions, can ya? Alright, one more won't hurt. Come here, pal. Don't give me that. Tori said to give you one for her. Go back to crying already. That was a... Never mind. Welp, since shame is already thrown out the window, I'm proud of you, Frisk. What you did was awful. You get off way too easily with just an exile. Don't you ever forget that. They nod. Anyway, someone's gotta make sure you stay out of trouble. Not sure if that's forgiveness yet, but consider it a first step. And besides, you did the right thing in the end. Stopping that glimmer will do no one any good. Whatever still needs work, that's what we're here for from now on. Like I was supposed to. About that actually. Didn't know if you've noticed, but I don't
Hmm?
have amnesia. And your stats are in dire straits. Yeah, I'd love to give you a good reason, but in short, Elle was so busy outsmarting the code that she completely overlooked what that did to your
Oh no.
HP. So, consider that a bonus punishment? And, well, I'm sure you'd still do fine on your own. But for once, I'm gonna clock in early for a job. I'll be with you, kid. All the way through and beyond. Come on now, we got a long road ahead of us. Never gets old. Good to see you happy, Frisk. Let's go then. We got better things to do, right?
And so they did. Frisk and Sans went on to have better things to do. They did waste 20 minutes eating spider donuts, though.
Hello, it's Cloudy. I just wanted to pop in and say thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I know in the grand scheme of things it may not seem like a lot to some of you, but it actually means the world to me, and I'm really thankful to be able to share something I'm so passionate about with so many people. In recent years, to be entirely honest, I've been going through like more than a few rough patches with my mental health, and being able to find something that I'm passionate about this much other than art is like just a complete blessing, honestly. And I'm so happy that it's going this well so far. I really hope more people come around and uh, see what I have to offer, and I hope all of you that are here will continue to stick around and see what new things I can come up with. I hope one day I can make a career out of this, and I'm just so thankful to have gotten this far. But that's all I wanted to say. But thank you again for 200 subscribers, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.